the matter at rest, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair. My engagement also with KRA on that accrual was a question of how would you tell when the payment was made? Because there are several ways of making a payment. Some entities may actually make a payment in cash, may do electronic transfer, and therefore making those taxes to be paid when the payment is made would cause an administrative challenge in our collecting entity. So I think it's important that I gave that clarification. Then second, I beg to move that clause 25 be amended, and I beg to further amend that. Where is 25? Yes, I propose that
an amendment that has no money implication.
I also beg to move that clause 25 be further amended on the issue of imported electric transformers to mean imported fully assembled electric transformers, and to delete clause 850490 from being subject to 25% excise duty. Honorable Chair, this is to provide for the import of this is to provide for local assembly and local assembly of transformers instead of importing already finished transformers. And therefore, these codes are for those parts, so that as a country we support local manufacturing as we reduce the cost of supplying electricity to Kenya, but also make sure that we support local manufacturing. I also beg to move that I further amend the tax on imported, the proposed excise duty on ceramic sinks, wash basins, to instead of that 5% to 5% of the customs value, or 50 shillings per kilo. And then on the float glass, to change that tariff code from 7005 to 7007. That is because 05 is not available locally, but we're making sure that anything that is available can be manufactured locally, we give an incentive so that it is locally manufactured. And then for imported ceramics and wall tiles, a matter that has been a great public debate, because if this amendment would pass as it is recommended in the bill, that 5% of custom value or 300 shillings per kg, the truth import of this is that it would have increased the cost of our tiles from around 1,200 to around 7,000 shillings, would make tiles completely unaffordable and would change, would undermine the affordable housing program being done by the government. And therefore, the proposal of the committee is to further amend this to have 5% of customs value or 200 shillings per kilo. A kilo of tile, one box of tile has around 1.5 to 2 kilos. So therefore, increasing that to 200 shillings would mean that the cost will increase by roughly 200 shillings, but at the same time support local manufacturing of these particular items, because now Kenya has demonstrated that it has capacity to produce this local, Honorable Speaker. And lastly, on excise duty on coal, to reduce that from 5% to 2.5% and delete the 27,000 per metric ton. So the rate that will apply if this House agrees with the amendment will not be 2.5% of the value. I beg to move, Honorable Chair.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that clause 25 be amended as proposed. Now the debate can start first. Let's dispose of his own amendment, and then we come to your amendment. First, we dispose of the Kimani's amendments. I'm just wondering, DK, hasn't your amendment been accommodated by the chair? He has not.
No. May I be added?
I thought he was talking on the ceramics.
No. In fact, I'm there, and I think it is good. Maybe the majority leader allows me to be added.
Okay.
Because that is.
Okay. Now, are you contributing on the?
No, I have a further amendment which is on the order paper.
First of all, let's dispose of this amendment.
Oh.
The amendment by Kimani. Yes, Chair, yes, Majority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, just for clarity, and I want Honorable Amashukuru to listen to me, because Honorable Amashukuru is a consumer of ceramic tiles. For clarity, Chair, The bill
Order. Honorable Kaguchia,
If the Honorable DK listened to me, he would even see it's pointless to move his amendment.
order.
The bill
The MP for Gishogo. Order, Honorable. What's it called? Gishogo. Honorable Wamushukuru. Proceed, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Chair, I was saying if Honorable DK listened to me and Honorable Wamashukuru, they would understand the Chair's amendment better. The bill had proposed to increase excise duty on ceramic tiles, and I know that is a concern with many of us who build houses, to create a provision where you are charging 35% of excise value of the tiles or 300 shillings per kg on the tiles. That would mean for a 30 by 30 centimeter box of tiles, that's 22.5 kgs gross weight, you would have to pay excise duty of 6,600 shillings. That box of tiles is probably in the range of 1,250 to 1,400. So the excise duty would even be higher than the value of the tiles themselves. 5 times. Almost 4 times. But the chair is now proposing to amend that, to put excise duty at 200 shillings per square meter. Per square meter, the carton of 30 by 30 tiles has 17 tiles. Those 17 tiles are 1.53 square meters. If you calculate that, it will tell you that box would increase not by 6,600 shillings, by 306 shillings. Or if that box of tiles is probably at a cost exercisable value of 2,000 shillings, 5%, you are proposing 5%. 5% of 2,000 shillings would be 100 shillings. So the taxman will take the higher of the two, either 306 or 100 shillings. And therefore, I want to prevail on members, this is a very good amendment. What is a policy that amendment is anchored on? Because I keep insisting, Honorable Speaker, as we legislate, let us ask ourselves, what policy are we anchoring whatever law we are legislating on? The policy that we are anchoring this proposal on is a policy of import substitution and supporting local manufacturers without unnecessarily injuring even those traders who are trading in imported tiles. So it's a win-win situation. The local manufacturer of tiles is protected. We are protecting our manufacturing industry. We are protecting jobs. We are protecting income that is being earned in this country. At the same time, Honorable Speaker, we are not driving those who are importing tiles out of business. And therefore, I want to plead with members, if you understand the Chair's amendment from that explanation, please, this is a good amendment to support, and I rise to support it.
The Honorable, yes.
Thank you, Chair. I'm speaking from the point of view and from the benefit of being a member of the Committee on Finance and National Planning. This matter, we dispensed on it. And Chair, to protect the local manufacturers, there is an import duty that is subjected to the same product which is being imported. And that one helps to protect the local manufacturer. Number two, Chair, it is not yet clear how many companies do we have that can meet the demand of Kenya by the local producers. Number three, Chair, this is a critical element in terms of construction. Under Article 43, Bill of Rights, where it discusses on the issue of rights to own a decent housing. Kenyans of now, of the middle income, who are supporting the construction sector, are utilizing this particular material to ensure they access good housing. Mr. Chair, it will be punitive to make the costing of living go up. Already, even the excise and promotion levy that was subjected to pellets has now increased the cost of construction, cement and everything. How much are we going to go? And there's no certainty that the production will be enough and lower the cost of construction. Thank you, Mr. Chair. We must stick to the committee report. The committee report was deletion. It must be deleted.
Delete. Yeah, what's your point of order, Minority Leader?
Chair, you know, Chair, I listened also very keenly to the Majority Leader. And Chair, you know, other than the policies talking about of substituting local manufacturing with imported tiles, we have a huge, bigger policy of government, Mr. Speaker, of housing that is going on. The government wants to build 300,000, 400,000 housing units in this country, Mr. Speaker. And I don't expect that program to fail when there's a broad-based government, Mr. Speaker. Now, Mr. Speaker, you are now introducing taxation. How many companies, as the member said, do we have in this country that produce tiles? There are not more than 2. No, there are 2. Sarge and another one. Now, do you think those 2 companies have enough capacity to supply all the houses that are being built in this country? Chair, I think let us leave this issue of tiles the way it was. Not 5%, not 200 shillings. Let Kenyans first build their homes. When we are done with the homes, then we can do taxation. How much money, Chair, with your permission, how much money are we going to raise in form of taxes from 200 shillings on per square meter or per square feet? Chair, this is Catholic. This is going to stifle homes, you know, housing in this country, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, there are very many small traders, very many in the SME sector that are dealing with, they are having their livelihood by selling tiles. When you go to small villages, there are small shops that deal with imported ceramic tiles, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we are still dealing with chairs, beds, and those things. We have not reached the level of tiles. We cannot stop tiles from coming. We don't have the kind of tiles that we need, Mr. Speaker. Even the Majority Leader, I know, he needs imported tiles. I can tell you, if he's building a house, he will not use a local tiles. Me and him know each other. He will want a Spanish tiles. So I don't know why the guy is taxing people.
What's your point of order?
Honorable Speaker, you know, the Honorable Junet is misusing my name, that I only use imported tiles. I use tiles manufactured by a manufacturer called Sarge Ceramics on Mombasa Road, and they have a factory in Athi River. And the reason, Honorable Speaker, I asked that we must ask ourselves, what is anchoring the legislation that we are legislating on? And I want members to listen to me, because it is very good to be populist. But we must ask ourselves, is what we are doing right for our own economy? And I say our own economy, meaning the national economy, not our individual economies. If you ask me, as Honorable Junet says, for my personal economy, I would rather not even pay tax at all. At all. Honorable Speaker, I would even tell you, disclose here, I am a vendor of building materials. But I'm saying, if we are anchoring this provision around the policy of import substitution, we are importing our own dollars from this country to import tiles from the Far East at the expense of the people of Mukurweini constituency, whose clay is used in the manufacture of our own tiles. Honorable Speaker, how unfair can we be to our own people? How unfair can we be to the people who have sent us to represent them here, Honorable Speaker? And that's why I'm asking, Honorable Speaker, if the National Treasury brought a bill that proposed to levy taxes at the rate of 6,600 shillings per carton, the chair has proposed an amendment.
Majority Leader.
There's nothing else of order, Honorable Chair.
Majority Leader. What's your point of order, Honorable?
This one?
Honorable Speaker, the Majority Leader is actually alluding to the ball clay that is gotten from Mukurweini by the ceramic companies. Honorable Speaker, does the Honorable Majority Leader know and understand that those companies are actually exploiting the people of Mukurweini? In fact, they are leaving holes and a lot of damages to the environment in Mukurweini constituency. And they are not even bringing back anything. Honorable Speaker.
Order. That is a point of argument. It is not a point of order. But again, let us move forward. One thing is fundamental. However emotional we get, however populist we get, however empathy and sympathy we have for our people, anything that involves order, anything that involves any revenue issue cannot be deliberated in this House without the process of, rather, Article 114 being fulfilled. Mukurweini MP, you've order Kagushia, order. And if you don't have, first of all, we've got this one, amendments done by Kimani. Can we debate Kimani's amendments and then we dispose it off one way or the other? Okay, what did this?
Honorable Speaker, I was cut short on a point of order that was really not a point of order, because, in fact, the Honorable Member for Mukurweini has confirmed that indeed it is the people of Mukurweini that we seek to support, because the clay that is coming from that constituency, and many other constituencies across this country, even some constituencies in Machakos and Kitui, and some, I'm told, in Murang'a in Kiharu constituency, Honorable Speaker, and some few constituencies in Kiambu, will benefit from this, Honorable Speaker. And I really want to urge members that what I was saying in conclusion was that the bill had proposed taxes of up to 6,600 shillings per carton of tiles. The chairperson has proposed taxes that the maximum it go to for that carton is 306 shillings. Because even the 30 by 30 is the largest carton with 1.53 square meters, Honorable Speaker. And I know, Honorable Speaker, there was also the second bit that speaks to ceramic toilets and the other heavier items. And that the Honorable Chair has also proposed up from, I think, 200 shillings down to 50 shillings. And I would really urge that we support the Chair on that amendment.
Honorable members, I think there are those amendments that were proposed by the Chair, which many of you either feel one way or the other. Let's dispose of that, and then we go to the amendment by Mwenje and Kaguchia. So let me now put the question. Yeah, can I say, okay, honorable members, I now put the question. Order. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 25 be amended as proposed. As many of the people say aye.
Aye.
As many of the country people say nay. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. Order, honorable members. Order. Okay, how many? Order. We have to have 25 of you upstanding. Yeah, 30 actually under this, and you don't have that. Yeah. Yeah. Honorable DK. Well, to be part of the. Honorable DK. Proceed and prosecute your. Yeah.
Okay, so then they have all fallen. We move on to. Then they have been carried. They have been carried by the chair. So we move on. So you put the question that clause 25 as amended.
Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 25. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 25 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of the parents say aye? Aye. Will as many of the country parents say nay? Put it on. Yeah? Yeah? Wait. Okay. Honorable members. Honorable members, I had said the ayes have it, but if you want to contest that, then you stand 30 of you on your place. Then, of course, we will have a division. There's no problem. Okay. Honorable members, I can see I have gone through. You're about 19, and we need 30. Next clause.
New clause 21A. New clause 21A.
Who is going to move that?
Chairman Finance.
Chairman Finance,